Yeah, hey, how you doing? I'm doing fine. I'm on my 10 toes, nigga. I'm on the grind.
Back to our channel, you know it's your boy Shrimp.
It's your girl Zai.
And today we back with
another reaction video.
Who we got today?
We got a Crip rapper.
Okay.
And he crying as well.
Hold on. Hold on.
But yeah, they might some rappers crying to the cops about some gang and population.
So we don't know this rapper.
We don't know shit.
I know what we do know, right?
What?
That y'all need to get us the motherfucking 10K and stop down playing, bro.
Cause y'all know we the realest shit that we the realest thing that ever touched YouTube right
you
now.
feel me?
Y'all know that. We the motherfucking realest, bro.
Hey man, we don't need to speak no more, man. Let's tune in.
Rapper Chief True really ain't about that life. He's from Nashville, Tennessee, and claims to be a Crip. He got arrested back in January and was on suicide watch after other inmates wouldn't let him in to general population. Here's the wild story. Colin Williams, aka Chief.
He was on suicide watch because the game won't let him in.
Let's see.
So he's gonna kill himself?
Probably because he needed protection, and somebody else probably would try to kill him.
Let me just hear it again.
Rapper Chief True really ain't about that life. He's from Nashville, Tennessee, and claims to be a Crip. He got arrested back in January and was on suicide watch after other inmates wouldn't let him in to general population. Here's the wild story. Colin Williams, aka Chief True, or Chief Two Blunts, is a white rapper in Nashville who claims to be a Crip. He's part of a local clique called Buddha Gang, which includes other local Nashville rappers. He says he started rapping in high school and was inspired by artists like Chief Keef, NBA Youngboy, and Young Pappy.
Young Pappy, that nigga, let me just say that. But anyway.
Okay then, shit. Alright, go ahead. Fuck. I already knew when I heard his name, I seen his, I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah.
She be sliding Young Pappy, man. I see Young Pappy, Lil Pappy.
No, he's not Young Pappy.
Young Pappy?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I don't know. But
yeah.
Go ahead.
But I was finna say, first of all, that motherfucker look like his name is Collins. I'ma just say that. What the fuck he be rapping about?
I wanna hear his music. We gonna check that shit out.
Because what the fuck? That shit trash, bro. I swear to God.
In high school and was inspired by artists like Chief Keef, NBA Youngboy, and Young Pappy. A lot of his music videos feature guns, and he raps like he's really from the streets. But aside from all the tough talk in his raps, Chief True don't look like your normal gangbanger. He's a skinny white kid with carrot top dreads and a tattoo of a blue heart on his neck. Just because he look goofy, don't mean he ain't about that life. But some recent behavior don't add up with the image he's trying to put on. In August of 2019, Chief True got into it with another dude from Memphis.
That nigga got a bob. Y'all seen his bob? Stop playing.
They're swinging, huh?
With the image he's trying to put on. In August of 2019, Chief True got into it with another dude from Memphis who's a younger brother of a rapper named 100K Tuck. In a video posted to social media, the dude confronts Chief True, saying he disrespected him. He catches the rapper outside of a Mapco gas station and calls him out to fight. In the video, he says Chief True just made a diss song about some of his homies from 100K. But now, he ain't got that same type of energy. He even showed he had a gun. Chief True just paces nervously and complains about the security cameras in the area. So the other dude tells him they can handle it across the street.
Yeah, what you gonna do, dog? You can't do nothing, dog.
And then it's like, nigga, you going to jail? You flashing? You flashing that gun in front of that white boy? Only thing you gotta do is claim, anything. Your ass down.
Wait, look.
Street.
Let's get with it. Let's get. Come on, cuz. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Right across the street. Right across the street. Let's go, bro.
It looks like Chief True is also strapped, but he still turns down the fade. He ain't wrong for not wanting to blast on camera. But when you claim to be
Smart. I'm not smart.
No, I
smart
said
shit.
the other guy going to jail. The fuck you?
Smart shit, yeah.
a Crip and start dissing people who really about that life, you gotta be prepared for that energy to come back around to you. If that wasn't bad enough, Chief True was recently arrested and kept in jail, which has made him show his true colors. In January 2021, police were called to an apartment complex in South Nashville after residents reported gunshots being fired. When officers arrived, they saw a man holding a short barrel AR-15 type pistol. The man was later ID'd as Chief True. When the cops approached him, he pointed the gun at them, but eventually put it down after they ordered him to drop the weapon. The arrest report says that he smelled like marijuana and had bloodshot eyes. Plus, his speech was slurred and he was mumbling. Officers also questioned his girlfriend, who said he was on Xanax, which he was prescribed. According to the cops, when they asked him about the shots being fired, the rapper said a stranger knocked on his door and fired a shot at him. He then grabbed his gun to protect himself. But the police ain't buy his story and said he was the one who fired the weapon and had done it in a reckless manner. They arrested him for reckless endangerment, possession of a handgun under the influence, and aggravated assault with a deadly weapon on a first responder. Police say after
but even though these niggas be getting dumb charges on, they still
out.
They still get out, bro. That money talk for real.
And they be telling.
Oh,
They be snitching.
And that shit.
a handgun under the influence, and aggravated assault with a deadly weapon on a first responder. Police say after the arrest, the rapper started acting crazy and was bawling his eyes out in the back of the patrol car. He even threatened the officers, telling them he would find out where they lived and put out a hit on them.
Damn.
He also told them he would post bond that night and kill him himself.
Ooh.
While they was booking him, they also found 8 Xanax bars in his pockets. He was given a $77,000 bond, but put on a hold and couldn't leave because he was already out on bond for multiple crimes at the time of his arrest. In September 2019, Chief True got arrested after fleeing from police in a Ford Fusion with no bumper. Police were patrolling the area around Central Pike and Tulip Grove Road when they saw Chief True leaving the Burning Tree Apartments in a car with no front bumper or license plate. An officer followed him and tried making a casual comment when he parked the car in a parking lot nearby. But instead of talking to the cops, the rapper immediately got back in the car and smashed off. While police was chasing.
This nigga ain't beefing with no ops but the police.
On his ass.
That's the only thing I'm here. Like, I ain't. Like, this nigga beefing with his own kind.
Instead of talking to the cops, the rapper immediately got back in the car and smashed off. While police was chasing him, the rapper swerved into oncoming traffic across a double yellow line and almost caused an accident. He got away, but
What chase is that? That nigga going so damn slow. What the
That's
fuck?
slow as fuck. That is so slow.
the police put out a warrant for his arrest, and Chief True turned himself in for reckless driving, driving with no license, and evading arrest in a motor vehicle. He got out on a $7,000 bond. While he was out on bail for that charge, he got arrested again in October 2020 for aggravated assault with a deadly weapon and weapon possession, and got out on bail again. So when they arrested him for a third time in January, they realized if he was released, he'd probably just get locked up again, so they put him on a hold until his case could be processed. Despite all the tough talk in his music, Chief True has had a rough behind bars. As soon as he got to jail, he immediately passed out and went to sleep. When he woke up, he must have realized he was in deep trouble, as he demanded to make a phone call. When they denied him, he started throwing a tantrum, screaming, crying, and kicking the cell door as he wasn't getting what he wanted. One of the officers told him he slept through his phone time and she would try to get him a tablet so he could make a call. But he was too busy throwing a fit to hear what she was saying, and instead, he called her a stupid and a bunch of other names. He started getting so crazy that they had to put restraints on him and put him under supervision in a medical cell. He started saying he was gonna kill himself and try to smash his head against the wall.
Damn.
So they put him on suicide watch for his own protection. When they tried to strip him naked,
What kind of shit is that?
I feel like that boy need to go see to a therapist. That's
No,
what.
he something ain't right for
That's
real.
what I'm saying. He perceived this image that he's not. He looked like he got some fucking history with his family. He probably got to get.
It's something like that. You just got like mom and daddy issues, and I don't think he really I don't think he really about that in the street.
He's not. He's just trying to fit in.
Yeah, that's what it is. And when he get in trouble, he don't know how to handle it.
It's like he just break down.
Yeah, because he used to getting what he want.
he got even more agitated and started insulting them, going as far as calling one of the staff members a with a hard R. So they put him on a level 2 suicide.
You gonna call him a motherfucking nigga? You
Alright, damn.
okay?
Shit.
Calling one of the staff members a with a hard R. So they put him on a level 2 suicide watch and placed him in a padded cell. After about 2 weeks, they thought he was ready to go back to general population, but the other inmates wasn't having it. When they moved him back into a regular cell, other inmates started banging on the glass and yelling death threats at him. Other gang members in the dorm warned the officers it would be bad if he got put in one of their cells. So they decided there was a legit threat to his safety if he was back in general population, and kept him in a special holding cell for the rest of his jail time. If that wasn't bad enough, Chief True got hit with additional charges a few weeks after getting locked up. He had charges related to 2 attempted robberies that occurred in the Hermitage neighborhood of Nashville back in 2020. An arrest warrant said that Chief True pulled a gun on a man who was working on a car in the Cherry Creek Apartments in November 2020. The rapper pointed a gun at the man's chest, but the man tried to grab the weapon and ended up getting shot in the thigh, causing Chief True to flee the scene. A few minutes after that, police said that the rapper went to the Highlands at the Lake Apartments on Arbor Lake Boulevard and pointed a gun.
Hold on. This nigga get tried with his gun. He put a gun in the man's chest and then almost got his gun too. Ain't that some shit?
I don't know why niggas be so close with you. You have a gun, nigga. It has range. You feel me? Why you so damn close?
Nigga do headbutt your ass on shit.
Come on, man.
Gunning another man. But this dude was ready for the smoke and pulled out his own gun, shooting the rapper and allegedly hit. But Highlands at the Lake Apartments on Arbor Lake Boulevard and pointed a gun at another man. But this dude was ready for the smoke and pulled out his own gun, shooting the rapper and allegedly hitting him. So on top of the reckless endangerment and weapons charges he was already facing, now he's looking at 2 attempted robberies. And since he's had other problems with the law in the past, it looks like he'll probably end up doing time. Hopefully, all this will be a wake-up call and show him that he really ain't about that life.
Right.
Because if the Crips ain't rocking with him in county jail, they definitely ain't rocking with him in the pen.
Come on, man.
What? Like,
Come on,
it was
man.
interesting.
Hey, yeah.
I forgot his damn name already.
I don't know his name, but I gotta listen to what he talking about for real in his music. You feel me?
Cause that shit there.
Nah, man, you can't be catching a fit in jail, bro. It ain't gonna work.
How you claiming you Crips, but the Crips ain't even fucking with you?
Come on, man. Man, but at the end of the day, y'all know what's up though, man.
Make sure y'all like,
subscribe,
comment,
share,
hit notification bell.
Cause you know what, baby.
Baby.
That's on
Gang!